Warning: the following may contain adult themes, concepts, and languages. Be aware that there is a separation between the character and the player, even when the pronoun I is used.
You travel for a couple of hours, 2 to 3, and then you come across a split in the path. It goes from this point. It goes farther north, and you see a little signboards on the side, which points to 3 sides. To all sides. One says to the north, to the mountains. The other 2 point to the sides, towards small villages, and the final one points south to Meriton itself.
Okay.
It says mountains, roughly 2 days, and the villages are all roughly 1 day, either to the left or to the right. So 1 day to the east or the west.
Well, I don't see... I'd assume that where we're going is still north. We could go visit the towns for information and let Yuma get fully patched up.
Yeah, I think that's the best move.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I guess we're going to go to one of the towns first. So they're both about the same. What are the town names, just out of curiosity, or do you not have them?
I do not have the names for these towns, but they're extremely small towns. Perhaps maximum around 100 people living in there, and that would be on the high end. So there,
Okay.
it's you can hardly even call it a town.
Well, east or west, guys?
East.
I'll second that.
All right, 3 for east.
I'll go wherever.
So you go towards the east for the remainder of the day. You've got 2 options. You can keep on pushing, which by your estimates you would arrive in the town late at night. So let's say 12. Or you can just walk until the sun goes down, or just before that, set up camp and arrive the next day, early or late morning, early midday.
Is it still forest that we're in?
You're still in the forests.
Yeah, I would suggest we push on to the town.
I will second that.
The only thing is anyone going to be there, or is anyone going to be up at, what was it, midnight?
It'll be
Yeah.
it'll be late. So at the very least, we could make camp just outside of the town, which would be safer than the middle of the woods.
Yeah, I think so.
That sounds better.
All right.
Okay.
You basically push on and arrive. Make a couple of perception checks just to be sure.
Is
So,
this everybody?
yeah, everybody just make one.
Should I make one for Rita too?
If
Hey.
you wish. Yeah, you could do that.
Let's see. So she actually has a +2 modifier for wisdom, I think. I don't actually have her sheet in front of me. Yeah, she's a +2. So. Wow. Okay, so she's totally on it.
We're all on it except for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
all of you just the actions, what happened last night, just got you kind of on edge for the most people, and you are more looking around you and just generally checking if you can see anything that isn't, or it's out of place. You don't find anything really out of place. You do see a lot, well, kind of out of place. You see a large amount of webbing in the forests. So the news about that there are a decent amount of spiders seems to be correct. Some webs are larger and thicker than others. You also see a couple of deer, etc., walking around, who get spooked when they hear you approach and just dart away into the forest. But you see nothing or hear nothing that is worrying, so to say. So you arrive at the town at night, middle of the night, outside of inside or inside of the town. Where do you go?
Oh, if there's an open area, I don't know, is there like a barrier around the town?
There's no barrier around the town.
So it's just
suddenly,
open?
Yeah, suddenly there's a clearing and there are a couple of houses.
Is there like a pub or anything there?
Not that you see.
It's just all houses.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, just basic houses.
We'll make camp, I think, just barely on the outskirts, as far away from the actual forest as we can.
Okay. So you'll make camp. Any changes to the watch?
I would suppose not, unless Yuma has an objection.
You mean to the order
Yeah,
or to the camp?
to the order.
Yeah, but I make a suggestion. We cover his time, so he sleeps, but we just take a little longer rest. Not just 8
that would-
hours.
Okay, so that'd be a 9-hour rest, basically.
Yeah, so then he gets the full benefit of any bonus not having to do any
Technically,
watch.
it wouldn't matter.
There aren't
If you
any
took- if you took
bonuses,
watch
but
or not.
role playing wise, it seems pretty,
Okay.
logical, so to say. I mean, if you were bitten by a spider and almost died the last night, you'd probably want to get a good night's sleep. Especially, all of you need to have a longer rest anyway, since you just continued walking through a large portion of the night.
Okay, yeah, so we'll take an extended rest.
So by the time you wake up and actually gather around actively, it's already nearing midday. The village itself, it has come to life a little bit. You can see a couple of children just playing around, a couple of the women who are walking around, walking to a river that's flowing just beside it. Small river, just washing the clothes, etc.
Yeah, Yuma should spend her hit dice.
Am I?
Oh, say that again.
Are you gonna
Spend
spend
your hit dice.
I thought after full night,
No,
I am
not
completely.
with me. Not with me.
You
All
get
right.
all your hit dice back after a full night's rest, but yeah.
But I have to
I'll-
roll them in
I'll
order to
give-
gain
I'll
my
give-
health.
I'll give you half of your hit dice to heal during a night.
Okay, so...
I think that seems fine. So right now you get
Wait.
1 free hit die basically.
Okay.
For
Wait, you're not even
healing
letting us
during
fully
night.
heal or get all of our hit dice back? That's a bit much, Wrath.
What? No, you get
After
all of your hit dice back, and during a
Right.
night of full rest, you get half your hit dice to roll for that night to regain HP.
Okay,
And
and that's
you
outside
still
of the 2
keep-
you get.
Yeah, you still keep the
Okay,
ones you
so-
already have.
Okay.
Oh, I'm back at full now.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Okay.
you don't need to spend your hit dice. So you still have 2 hit dice.
yeah.
Right.
So
Okay, that's better.
You guys are level 4. You go to an actual completed dice of rest. You get 2 hit dice for the night, and then still have 4, which you can use whenever,
Okay.
wherever.
That's much better than what I was initially thinking.
No.
Because that would have sucked.
Yeah, that would have.
We would have been spending like a week just resting, like every time.
It's like, I got hurt in my finger. Oh well, better take a month of doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly. That would suck. Anyway,
You are being noticed by now. So a couple of children are just looking at you. It seems fairly normal for travelers to sleep on the side of the village, so people aren't scared or anything, just a little curious. Half-elves aren't really common, and to see 4 in one day, especially for such a small village, is intriguing.
okay. Well, I want to look to see if I can find information on the spiders, the bandits, and the tomb.
Okay. Toby's typing. And drow.
You want to do that, sure. That's what I'm
I'm
looking
just
for this.
adding that would be also
Yeah.
my focus.
So basically, you're just walking up to people, just asking where the bandits are, asking what about the spiders?
Well, for example, have they been a nuisance recently where they seem to be heavy, the heaviest, etc.?
About the spiders, they say that they see an increased amount of small spiders in their houses around the general area. They have seen a couple of larger spiders and very large spiders walking around the village. The spiders don't necessarily come into the village. What they do say is that one person got killed or lost in the woods, and they think it was probably the spiders, and nobody goes out into the woods alone anymore.
How long ago was this?
A week.
Okay. Most likely he's dead. Or they're dead. He or she is dead.
Most likely. The talk about the they don't know about any drow specifically apart from what you already heard. There's the rumors. As far as the bandits go, they are kind of unwilling to say anything.
Okay, so my first thought, I'm going to share this with the rest of the group, is that if they're unwilling to share anything about the bandits... So are they unwilling to share anything about the bandits, or do they not know about the bandits?
You guys make an... what is it?
Insight?
Insight check. And anyone can do that.
There we go. Whoops.
Nope.
Anyway, I already see it. Definitely unwilling.
So they know information and they're unwilling to share.
They probably know information, just avoid the subject altogether. And when you asked about the bandits, they just talked about the spiders some more.
Okay, so my thoughts on this are either these people have been threatened to some extent by the bandits already. And that's about... I mean, can I look around and see if, like, I notice any destruction that would be unnatural in the village? So, like, arson or something like that?
You don't... you could roll an investigation if you want to take more time, but in an initial look, you don't see anything specific.
Okay. Just by looking... Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share that I think these guys have at least been threatened or have had to do something. They definitely know about the bandits, so... I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that for one, but...
No, any besides us, have they seen any strangers in the town recently? Just casually. They're kids. You'll decide how they react, I guess.
Still kind of hesitant.
Go ahead, Toby. Knock yourself out.
No. Don't roll another one.
What do I roll on
Like
for
trip
this?
on a rock and like knock yourself
it's
unconscious.
Let's make it a general, general charisma roll, so d20 plus your charisma modifier.
That one's easy.
Just checking around.
Since it's a charisma thing, I'll do that too.
Oh.
Or no.
Or not!
The truth,
So,
the full truth, and nothing but the truth.
You walk towards a couple of kids, and I think it would be fun to play this out. So, you walk towards a couple of kids. Go ahead.
Hello, children. It's a beautiful day. Have you noticed any strangers in the area other than us recently?
Strangers? You mean people we don't know?
Yeah, anyone that you've never met before.
The children are like rocking around each other. They're like, well, there were a couple of people here a few days ago. They weren't very nice.
Did you see where they went when they left?
Yes, they went into the forests. And he points to the forest a little bit more to the north, you'd say.
Then where we came in, or
No, you came in from the west. And they
Yeah, from the
point
west.
more towards the mountains.
right? But that's the north. So it's like, is it northwest or northeast or
North.
just north?
Just the general
Okay.
between northeast and northwest. That general area.
Okay, well, I thank them for their just talking to me and tell them to have a nice day, and I go back to the other group.
No problem, sir.
Let them know what they said.
Alright.
Okay.
So,
So,
I was going to say I'm going to suggest that we head north.
directly. Is there a path going directly north?
No. There are no paths coming from here anymore, more or less. There's some small paths, but they are more like wildness paths.
Wilderness paths. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest that that we go back to the crossroads and then head north from there. But I am, I guess, willing to head through the forest.
It's early in the morning, right?
It's
No,
early.
it's-
in the
It's
morning.
around noon.
It,
you
it,
said.
it's
around
yeah,
noon.
around noon.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I would suggest that we stay for the day, and then leave early morning, like as soon as the sun starts coming up.
Sounds good.
Should we talk with maybe like the leader or leaders of the town?
I would assume we've kind of technically been doing that.
You have been talking to anyone who wished to talk to you.
Okay, which is like nobody.
No, people talk to you about spiders, etc. But
Oh, that's true.
you know, not
And none
about
of-
what you
and-
wanted to know.
And none of them look out of place.
The people.
Yeah,
No.
the people that are there, they all
you
look like
see,
they belong
you
there.
see a lack of males. That's one thing that you might notice.
Well,
But apart from that,
Is it? So you say we notice it? Is it severe? Like, are we talking 1 to 2 or?
no lack of. Like, there are none.
There just seem to
Oh.
be none around. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think we'd ask about where all the men
Yeah,
are.
we'd ask about that.
You ask where the men are. Roll for charisma. Anyone who asks.
I think technically we're asking together. So could Yuma roll with advantage?
Sure. Go ahead.
Yay. All right.
Actually, wouldn't that just be +3? Unless
no
you're doing
perfe-
persuasion. Would that be a persuasion
We're
roll,
gonna
Wrath, or just straight charisma?
Depends on what you wish to do. If you're general questioning is charisma.
This is specific
kind of-
though. We're
I'll-
specific.
of-
I'll ask
kind
it
of
like
odd-
this. I noticed that there are no men around here. Could you tell me where all of them are?
That's persuasion.
Yeah, that's more persuasion. Yeah.
Okay.
So does that
18
change
plus that,
anything
23.
or?
It's 23.
Yeah, because I'm proficient in persuasion.
Okay. They are hesitant in answering, extremely hesitant so, and the answer is that they are up north hunting. But
Insight that. Insight that like
Mhm.
nuts.
Does it have to be just me, or can it be like other?
No, anyone can sense what
everybody's around there, so
Can,
Yeah,
can we
I'm
get an
gonna
advantage
insight
on
that.
that? Because I don't have. I don't have
you are
wisdom.
now the four of you are there, so the four of you all roll an insight.
Oh, all of us. Okay.
Yeah, everybody separate, because all of you are actually listening to whatever it's been done. Anyone else? Yeah, one more.
Huh?
No, we're all good.
That's
Okay.
it. Read it, but
14,
not
15,
be in
13,
town.
10.
Um,
Hater in her
Tommy,
hole.
Golf, and Mboy, all of you are getting the general idea that they are partially lying about what specific you don't know,
Okay.
but judging from their general
Yep.
actions, yeah.
Why do I get the feeling? And I'm gonna say this when they come out. I have two suspicions about what's happened. The bandits have come through, and that's the first thing. The second thing is either these men were taken hostage or were forced into their ranks.
Yeah, I don't think they're hunting.
No, I don't think they're hunting at all. I believe that they're up north because that's where the bandits are, and we know that the bandits are here. So that's my thoughts is that they are up north, and they're either being held prisoner for maybe ransom or maybe labor or possibly being put into the ranks by force. Theoretically, it could also be to protect their family from being attacked. That's very possible. So we should probably proceed with caution when engaging the bandits.
Because some of them might be like
Some of them might be
family.
people who were forced into this.
It sounds possible.
What are the other two's thoughts?
Yeah, I think we should try and find them, and then if we can, try to grab one, take them alive, and question them to find out if we can get more information before we act on anything.
Is it possible to ask how many went hunting?
You get the general idea that all of the men are hunting.
Yeah,
Well,
And
how many is all?
By men, I mean adults, more or
Right,
less.
adult men.
So yeah, the children are still here. The kind of teenagers, there aren't many of them. A few. The younger teenagers are here.
But how many is all? Can we get like a rough number?
Judging by the amount of village or houses you see, if you take like 1 or 2 men per house, it's around 20.
Wow.
so that must mean there must be quite a few bandits then.
Isn't that about how many bandits we thought there were, though?
Yeah, but remember, these are not going to be warriors or soldiers, so a smaller amount of bandits, if they're well armed and prepared, could take them easily.
Right. We could be dealing with 5. I mean, think about it. If bandits, well-armed bandits, just show up and say, "Hey, do what we say, or we're gonna kill all the men," and etc., then I would imagine that being as isolated as these people seem to be, they would accept that. So
Yeah.
if there's nothing else, then I suggest we rest early, and that we just basically wake up at the very crack of dawn, which should be relatively early. And do you guys want to head out straight north through the forest, or do you guys want to go down to the crossroads?
I think straight north is the way to go.
Try and follow the bandits' footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's do that before we go to sleep then. Can we see if there are any tracks like on the outskirts of the village where the children pointed?
Go for the perception checks. Anyone who's looking for them.
Wouldn't that be
It's
survival?
also survival, yeah. So you can
So either
choose
one.
either you are survival checks for trying to find or just general. I'm looking very well. I'm watching.
Same roll for me. So.
Same either one for me too.
Yeah. But
Dang. Putting us to shame. Oh!
Heyo.
That-
there
Too bad we're not
are-
in combat.
I know, right? We're gonna roll all the ones then.
Everybody is looking very hard for tracks, and the only one who seem to be able to find them are Mboy. You can see what could have been tracks, and you ask Toby to help you, and Toby can actually see that these are tracks roughly 4 to 5 days old. All going up north. There are many footsteps. Many different footsteps as well, in sizes, shapes, but all humanoid.
Okay. So, theoretically, unless the weather turns for the worst, we should still be able to track them. And I would assume, what does the weather look like?
The weather today is... give me a sec, I'll check the weather.
Oh, it just happens to be raining now.
Yeah.
No, it's still clear today. I'll just
Okay.
check it for tomorrow.
So
It
then
is
I would assume.
more or less spring.
Okay. Then I suggest that we just rest early and get up and start following these tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else?
Yeah, no, that sounds like a plan.
Yep, sounds fine to me.
Yep.
So I guess if no one else has anything else to do, we'll do that.
So you'll just sleep for the night and then go on?
Yeah, go on early morning.
Okay. Early morning. It's... You can tell that today is gonna be a warm day. The first really warm day of spring probably. And it's... the visibility isn't very good today.
It's warm, but the visibility isn't good. I mean,
yeah, there's like kind of a fog kind of idea.
so it's humid.
Yeah, it's humid.
Humid. Okay, that's a little different.
It's also hazy. It's the combination
Yeah.
of humidity and haze.
It's the moisture in the air.
Yeah.
Right. We live in Imbo and I live in an area that's not very humid, so we're like, it's warm. It wouldn't be like it'd be clear on a warm day for us. So yeah, okay. So I guess we're going to follow the tracks to the best of our ability.
Okay, then I'll need survival rolls. From
Again.
who? Who are going to be tracking? Because you are walking at a small path, so I'll take that only 2 can actually actively track. And the others are
Okay,
walking
so
around it.
I've
I
got
have
survival.
survival and up with a +3.
+5.
Tommy, how about you? Do you have survival?
I have +2.
Okay, so it'll just be the 2 of us.
Sounds good. So you said to roll?
Yeah. Survival checks. Go ahead.
Woo!
That worth 19.
Another 19!
Yeah, you seem to be able to find the tracks fairly easily again, and are able to follow the tracks really reasonably easily. It's much easier than you expected, actually. You follow the tracks for how long? Go ahead.
Well, you say how long? I mean, like, I would assume that we just continue following them until it starts getting dark, if it's going to be more than a day's trek.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. And in what way are you following the tracks? It's keep in mind that you are now walking up forests paths. It's like
Yeah.
a single file, muddy type of path.
Well, I'd assume we just got a normal pace then, because the tracks are relatively easy to follow.
Yeah,
And we wanna make sure that- Yeah, and then the terrain is only slightly difficult, and with those 2 survival saves, I'm gonna say we make it through just fine.
Yeah, you make it through just fine. It's just not as fast as you would expect on the normal path. I mean,
Right.
though it's still not slow.
Mm-hmm.
You keep walking for some time, and you take rests every what?
Every
Didn't we
couple
say, like,
hours, just might
every couple
rest for
hours,
a few
yeah.
minutes.
2-3 hours. Just take a 5-10 minute break.
And when you are on one of your breaks,
Oh boy.
God dang it, where are they? Basically, when you are on one of your breaks, you hear a twig break behind you.
Okay, I immediately turn around.
Yeah, and I grab my
Uh,
crossbow and have it pointed down, but ready.
Okay, that would mean roll for initiative.
Okay.
And if you give me a sec, I'll be finishing up a map. So I'd say we take a quick break here.
Okay, yep, that actually works out just fine for me.
Yeah, that gives everybody
roll for
the
initiative when we
chance.
get back, or right now.
You can roll right now. Right now.
Everyone should roll right now. I've already rolled.
Fingers
Yeah.
crossed. 16, not bad.
Ooh. Okay, that's the order. For us,
Not
anyway.
bad.